All right, test, test, test. Okay, looks like everything is working well. Good evening, everyone. I already see 2 people in the chat. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you had a nice Easter. And today we will do a Summoners War stream again, like always pretty much over the last few weeks, and we will talk about some tips that as a beginner are helpful to me, right? And we will talk about some of our PvP, and we also have the world guild battle fights to do still, so we have some stuff to do today, which is nice. So let's get into it. I will have to quickly restart my game in full screen. So 1 second, there we go. Alright, let's switch the view now. There we go, Summoners War, beautiful. Okay, before we start maybe, so Summoners War will celebrate their 12th anniversary on Monday, or the events will start on Monday, and there will also be a big update, and essentially we get 2 Nat 5 monsters that we can choose for free, right? Which is a very big deal for my account because, for example, I'm still missing the Teshar and the Liam, right? Which are very important for the PvE aspect of the game. So if we take a look here, Liam I'm still missing, right? And Teshar as well, which is the Wind Phoenix, of course, right? So I will most likely, if I don't pull these two with the scrolls that I have saved so far, I will most likely grab them via the event, right? If we take a look here, so I have 1 legendary all attribute scroll, 7 legendary scrolls, 1 more legendary scroll via the summoning pieces, 8 light and darkness scrolls, 1 more via the summoning pieces, 11 water scrolls, 11 fire scrolls, 11 wind scrolls, and 408 mystical scrolls. So on Monday we will have a very big opening. We will also get some special 12th year anniversary scrolls, right? Which are very exciting because for one of them, as soon as you pull a Nat 5 monster, you get 2 options of the same attribute and you can choose one, even if you pull a light or a dark Nat 5, which is, I think for an account like mine, this is a really big deal because it means we can get those essential monsters a little bit faster. In terms of the PvP, I'm honestly pretty satisfied with the progress. I have a lot of monsters to deal with problems already, right? I got Oblivion monsters, I got Cleanse monsters, I got monsters that inflict negative status effects, I got healers, I got counter attackers. You know, we have a really wide range of variety, and I mean, you have to consider this account is like 90 days old or something, I believe. I started playing this game after I realized that Dragonfire wasn't doing so well. And yeah, it's been great. I love this game. I think it's really cool. It's very free to play friendly, and you have to be intelligent to play this game, in my opinion, which is exactly the type of game that I'm looking for, right? So yeah, where can you see again how old the account is? I think it's on... Is it on record? No. Where is it? It has to be somewhere here. It has to be on profile, I'm pretty sure. There's a button where you should be able to see how old the account is. Here it is, yes. So this account is 102 days old. What's up, Gregory, aka Soldier84? Yeah, it has been a while. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having fun with whatever you are doing. And yeah, I mean, when LOTR shut down, we kind of lost touch with a couple of people, right? But you're still in our Discord server, so I see the guest section is pretty active from time to time, so I hope you're doing well. So yeah, this account is 102 days old, and essentially in PvP I feel pretty good. You know, like I have stuff to counter stuff. I'm starting to learn what to play into what. And I mean, considering it's such a young account and we get a huge boost on Monday, the selection of monsters that I have, I mean, it's really astonishing, right? Now, of course, I'm grinding this game very regularly, right? I'm farming every day, I'm doing my stuff. I'm listening to the advice from my friends who are more experienced than me. And yeah, the progress has been very good. I think the progress has been pretty insane, considering this is a game where you rely a lot on farming stuff as well, right? So yeah, on Monday, big event. I'm very excited for it. We will summon all of the scrolls. I might grab a couple of the special 12-year anniversary scrolls as well, depending on what events are available. What's up, Isaac? I hope you're doing well. I see you did well this week in the siege fights, so that's good. We will take a look at some of the replays. And yeah, so I'm very excited for that. So on Monday I will either have an additional stream or I will record a video. I haven't decided yet, but this should definitely give us a bunch more Nat 5 monsters, right? There's also a couple 4-star monsters that I still need. So, yeah. Now, in terms of the siege battle, so the siege is the main thing for me, right? Because it's online PvP and it's real time, right? We had some very tough opponents this week. I think on Monday we had one other, so it's always like 3 warbands fighting each other, right? And on Monday we had some tough opponents, and yesterday as well. And it looked like our winning streak was going to break yesterday, but we had some people step up and we did a really nice comeback. So as you can see here, we won again this week, so I think we are undefeated for 3 weeks now, or maybe even 4 weeks already. If we look here, I got a very clean 10 wins again. I got 6 holds on defense, which is pretty ridiculous, and all of my holds on the defense were on my Ciara team. So that's pretty interesting. I have to say, I tested a bit against this team before we set this defense, and it's a very annoying team to fight because you have first of all you have a speed lead, and I have ruined the monsters with the help of my friend so that the Juno cleanses the enemy first, the Frodo pushes back the turn meter, and then the Ciara gets the bombs off and explodes someone, right? So if the bomb connects, this defense will hold. And it looked like the bomb connected a lot because we got 6 wins with this defense. Which, if you play this game, this is pretty ridiculous because, I mean, of course, I set defenses that are meant to do well, right? And we put some time and effort into the runes. But 6 players failed on this defense, yeah, in the 2 blue star league now. So if you notice here, we ranked up very significantly, right? Last week we were gold 2 stars still, I believe. And this week we're already blue 2 stars. So the trend is, I mean, we're ranking up really quickly. And you can notice it, you know, the opponents are getting tougher. We had some really good players this time. I mean, some of these defenses here are definitely no joke, right? So yeah, I'm very happy about our performance. We also used some tactics this time. We cut our enemy off here, right? So these towers, they don't count towards the score. We had to fight against both teams obviously because they were ganging up on us when they saw that we were winning. And yeah, we did really well. I'm very satisfied. And yeah, this is like our I don't know how many we won in a row, but it has been pretty ridiculous. I think it's at info, right? Yeah. Info. No, this just shows all of the players. Okay. There was some button, I believe, where you could see how well your team did over the last few weeks, I believe. This is just the current fight we can see here, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, in any event, like I said, if you followed the streams, we've been undefeated for like 4 weeks, so I'm very satisfied. And we don't have like 30 super active players yet, right? I think we're like around 10 to 15, you know, in the rookie leagues. That's definitely enough. Playing War of Nova with some lane players. A fair group of Rise to War players from a bunch of teams have been playing War of Nova. Yeah, I heard about this game as well, but I heard too many negative things to convince myself to give it a try. And it's not my main problem with this game is it's not really like I'm not really excited to play with spaceships, you know. It's just a personal preference, I suppose, but it's not something that like the Rise to War was fantasy, you know. There was like a big story behind it, and I think that's why like a lot of players from different backgrounds and different gaming types decided to play that game. And with some of these other games, they might be good, but to me, if there's not like a major studio backing it, or like the premise, you know, is not that interesting to me, then I won't really be able to motivate myself to put that much time into a game like that, right? So yeah, but I have heard some positive things about War of Nova as well, and you know, if you're having fun, that's good. But I also heard like a lot of the Rise to War teams, they split up in like a bunch of different directions, you know. It is what it is. Yeah, so this was our siege yesterday. As you can see, we won. It was 20,000 to 16,501 and 7,033, so very close fights actually. I think in the last like couple of hours we managed to take 2 to 3 more towers, and we decided this round of siege for us, which again, I mean, winning is very nice, right? Because yeah, just because you get a lot of rewards. Here's the button. I found it now. So this was from yesterday, this was from Monday, and then these were from last week, and it looks like I can't scroll down further. But we have won a lot recently, so I'm very happy about this. And I'm also starting to notice that I'm getting better at the PvP and things like this, you know. So it's been a very fun and a good run. Now in terms of my teammates, like I said, I went 10-0. We got 6 holds on the Ciara defense. Rune went 9-1, also very solid. She also got a successful defense. Okay, her Jean team defended once, I guess, because of the Fire Aragorn, which is a very powerful monster, right? Vaxen 9 wins 2 losses. Hendron 9 wins 1 loss. Slay got a successful defense too with the Paul Phoenix team. Very nice. This guy's actually pretty annoying. I played around a bit with him on that account, and it seems like a pretty decent monster to me. Or an annoying monster at least, you know. Isaac went 7-0, very solid. 2 wins on defense as well. So he got a hold on his Tyrone defense, right? And on the Veromos, Cheongpung, and Water Frodo. This team also looks interesting. I haven't played around with Cheongpung too much yet, even though I have a pretty good Cheongpung. But yeah, Tyrone we saw last time, right? Can defend very well. I think last time I got like 2 successful defenses on my Tyrone. Atzel went 5-5. I talked to him yesterday. He was pretty unhappy about it. A little bit of unluckiness involved as well, but I mean, we're all still learning, so I guess like it's a decent score. Got some nice defense holds here. Atzel, of course, has some more advanced monsters, so he can put some more sophisticated defenses than some of us. But this Ophelia defense, I saw it do well the last couple of weeks as well, so that's good. And then yeah, the Carcarno, Triana, and Water Werewolf, I have exactly the same. That's also a very, very solid group of monsters. So yeah, pretty good. 4 wins on defense, 5-5. And yeah, those were our main contributors, and it was enough still. It was still enough. So that's very good. Okay, now before we talk about some tips, I will head into the World Guild Battle. We are fighting against Welcome from Asia. So let's see, Vaxen already got 10 wins and 0 losses. Henron got 10 wins and 0 losses. Isaac went 8-2. Rune went 8-1. This means she drew on one of the fights, I believe. Scar went 5-5. Samuel 4-6. Okay. So the goal here is obviously to go 10-0, right? So we have to do 2 successful tower attacks. I will just take a look and see where it is a good idea to attack. For example, this guy looks already very easy. There's not a lot of stuff going on here. I think I could wipe all of these teams without breaking a sweat. This guy has some speed leads, but looks also very manageable. I'll just check a couple of the towers. This also looks very, very easy. Generally, if they don't play a lot of speed leads and don't have a lot of light or darkness 5-star monsters, I feel pretty comfortable right now. Like, I don't think there's a lot of opportunities to lose some of these fights, right? So we're just gonna scout here a bit and see what we want to do. So this tower is also very, I think this tower is already gone, right? Yeah. So I might finish up one. I mean, this tower I'm not gonna finish up because I think there's just one fight. That's kind of a waste of my 5 attacks, right? This tower is already done. Yep, nice. So I might head into this tower actually. I'm not sure who picked this tower for an attack. It might have been Rune. This one looks a little bit tougher because he has a decent amount of strong monsters here. These fat wind monsters are very annoying because they are so tanky and takes a long time to do well against these. There's also a light Monkey King, which I haven't fought against yet. I will have to read what he does here. So this tower looks a little bit tough, to be honest. This is obviously an easy fight, right? This fight is okay-ish. Riley and the Laika. Yeah. Counterattacks. Pretty annoying. The Shi-Ho-U is annoying here. This could be a little bit tough to attack this one. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these towers here. I might just try this tower. I think this one looks pretty good. Let's see here. He does have a level 1 monster here, but I mean, of course, we're gonna attack where I feel most comfortable to get my 5 wins in, right? So let's see. It's gonna be one of these here. It's gonna be one of these here. I think I'm just gonna try this one first. So in the first team we have one monster which I have not read yet, which is the Rick. So let's see what the Rick does. Attacks the enemy 3 times to deal damage. Okay. Attacks the enemy 2 times. The first hit decreases its defense for 2 turns, and the second hit destroys the enemy's max HP. Okay, sure. Attack an enemy with harmful effects. Okay. Attacks all enemies to destroy their max HP. Okay, so this guy, you probably don't want to get into long fights with this guy because he destroys HP, right? Quite simple to understand. This I already remember. This is just a fire attacker, and the bastard has some powerful defensive buffs. Okay, so for this team, I'm obviously tempted to take one of my teams that can finish fights quickly. We have 2 fire attackers, so a water attacker would be good. I don't really have a strong water attacker right now, so I might just take my Chandra team for that. I think that should be fine. As long as we can take out one of these fire attackers. Does this guy revive? I don't think so. Yeah, no. This guy removes beneficial effects and disturbs the HP recovery. Okay. Then we have a Balega team. This one I feel super confident to just nuke it quickly. Yeah. I mean, this is a lot of attackers, so looks like a very squishy team to me, right? We know the Masha, we know the Balega. This guy I don't know, but it's a wind attacker, so I guess it's not gonna be a big deal breaker. Then we have a team with no leading ability because this is just active for arena, right? So for this one I would take my Balega team for sure. They have 2 wind monsters here. And my Balega will just nuke this, I'm pretty sure, right? And then we finish the Jessica last. And then we have guild content crit rate. So this is a light and dark team. I don't see a lot of danger here either. After you attack an enemy. Okay, so these guys, we should take them out quickly as well, ideally. And then we have a resistance team with Jean, Pasmathe, and the Verat. Okay, I think we can do this. I did want to quickly check my Juno runes because my My Juno team for the World Guild Battle was not in the correct turn order last time, if you remember. So what I always do is I go to my Siege Battle runes here, and I know that some of these runes are equipped on some of my other monsters here, which is annoying for the Siege for the World Guild Battle, right? You don't have the option to separately rune for this mode, which is a little bit unfortunate. I might just wait for Monday because they introduce a new feature where you can save preset decks including runes. So maybe I'm not gonna switch around anything now. I think we should still be okay even if my Juno doesn't go before the Frodo. I think it's honestly at this point it's not worth the mana to swap this around. Ideally you want the Juno to go first, right? But I think it will still be okay. Like these guys, maybe they will play Will, then my Frodo doesn't push back the turn meter, but even in that case it's okay, right? We still get the cleanse from the Juno, so it should be fine. Okay, so let's see what we want to do here. Obviously we'll adjust our teams to fit the enemies most nicely. So the first team, like I said, ideally you want to take a water attacker. I might honestly just do that. I could skip the Legolas in this team and just go for my Teshar, right? That's an option here. Yeah. I mean, we could do that. It depends. I like the Legolas still because he does remove the busted crap, which she puts a lot of buffs on the monsters, right? So I think this will be okay. I have the speed lead here. I have my Chandra to protect. My Legolas can strip the buffs from the busted. The fire monsters should target the Riley most likely. So I think this looks good. Second team is Balegar. Here we are in a similar situation, right? We want some water monsters or some water damage dealer. Yeah, this one is a bit tricky because I am missing, like I said, I could take the Tasha here, but it's of course not super optimal. I could skip on the water Frodo here and take the Tasha instead of the Frodo, which would make this team a little bit squishy, right? So for this team we said we want to take the Balegar, right? No doubt about that. And then for this team here, I'm tempted to take my Panda, because we have wind into water. My Panda does a lot of damage. We have the immunity with the Veladruel, we have the freeze. We get the defense break for the tanky Gene. I think this is a pretty good matchup. And then we are just left with these two. So this team is very easy. I don't think I need to take anything too special here. Yeah, I mean, is there like a team I would prefer to take here? Not really. Like this should be easy, right? This is a crit lead. Increases your damage in proportion to the amount of your HP lost. Yeah, that's fine. Silence. So if we go faster, we should just win here, right? If I'm not missing anything, we nuke one of these monsters. The Veromos obviously has the debuff cleanse, but we can push back its turn meter. Yeah, I mean, I don't see how this fight goes wrong, to be honest. So I'm okay with taking my Ciara team into this one. And then we are just left with this double fire team here. It depends. If he has will runes here, it could get risky to take my Tyrone team. I think I'm just gonna take my Momo. It's a wind attacker into 2 fire monsters, which is not good, right? This one is a bit tricky. I could take the Gandalf as the lead here with the Teshar. Maybe that's the play. Because my Gandalf does have the does have the HP lead as well, obviously, right? So yeah, I think that's the play. Because taking a wind attack into 2 fire monsters, it's gonna be a bit too risky. What's up, Pendron? I hope you're doing well. Okay, so let's do that. So we will put the Gandalf in the lead here. It doesn't really change a lot about this team, to be honest. We can also take the Theomars, actually. Yeah, we could take the Theomars. But maybe I prefer the freeze. I don't know. I'll just take the freeze. I think that should be fine. My Gandalf, if my Gandalf goes first, then we just win, right? So we'll try it like this, and we'll see how it goes. I think this should do okay. So let's do it. It's important that you do these little checks at the start, right? Because otherwise, yeah, otherwise you might mess up, right? And there aren't that many fights in this game, so you should take your time. You should scout your opponents. We'll just do the standard Chandra stuff here. We got some nice stuns, beautiful. The Bastard will get a bunch of annoying buffs in a second. So hopefully my Legolas can strip them. There we go, beautiful. And this guy is dead now. And we can go for... That's why I took my Legolas, because if these shields stay up a long time, it's very annoying, right? So you want to make sure that you have a debuff cleanser in this team. And the Bastard is gonna take a turn most of the time, because she's not a very slow monster and she's tanky, right? So that's my thinking behind taking this comp into these enemy monsters. And yeah, it worked out well. At this point we can't lose, right? Because it's only the Bastard left, so she can't do anything. My Legolas is protected anyway. And that's a very, very easy win to start off this round of WGB. So, beautiful. Okay, second round. We have the Belegar, which I think I will take out fast. My Gandalf took a turn. Beautiful. He doesn't even play will runes, so I could have taken another team here. Yeah, I kind of thought like I'd rather take the Tesha, because if you know they have will runes, then taking a more squishy composition would not be good here, obviously. And my Gandalf will get plenty of turn meter here to protect the Tesha. My Gapso will keep cleansing, and there we go. Now, this is the team where we will just Belegar nuke, right? So, at least that's the plan. I did forget that this monster removes the buffs. The wind monster here removes the buffs. Yeah, I did forget that. But I think we should still be okay here. So we nuke the... if we nuke one of the monsters here, I think we're in a good spot. And it wasn't enough, so that's bad. Let's see. He's taking a lot of turns. I will Oblivion... Who do we want to Oblivion here? I'm silenced for 2 turns as well still. I think we just Oblivion the Smicer here. Yeah. Good. I think that was quite important. Now let's do a normal attack here. She did get one more bomb off, but now she's dead. That's very good. And now we just have to hope that we can take some turns here, pretty much. My Adriana died, which means my Belegar gets another nuke. So hopefully we take out a monster here. It wasn't enough again. That is very annoying. Okay. I think my dragon takes a turn though, so we should be fine. Okay, let's reset our cooldowns. And from here on we can just win without attack. So this was a little bit of a close fight. I think I got a little bit unlucky with my Belegar damage, But I did forget that the wind support monster there, it does cleanse my buffs and reset my turn bar, right? So that's a very dangerous monster in 3 versus 3. But I mean, yeah, like I said, I think if the fast Beleaguer nuke gets a kill there, which it could, then we are in a bit of a more comfortable position. Okay, here like I said, the water Frodo should be slower, but that's okay. We will still do perfectly fine on this fight. Let's take out this monster first. The bomb will explode. Boom, dead. The bombs are always so satisfying. I really like it a lot. And yeah, here we just need to wait for some turns now, and that's the fight, right? Angie's fast. Tiana. Yeah, exactly. I have this monster as well, actually, so I should know what she does, but sometimes I do forget some of these things still. Beautiful. Okay, so this worked out well, and now the final fight. I think this is one of my teams that has never lost before, so I'm not very worried. Yeah, we take out. I'll take out the dragon first because it's level 1, right? Why not? We got the freeze. So this guy is dead. Next we take out the water attacker. Even if I don't take the first turn here, it's really not a big deal, right? So this is all perfectly fine. This is a very tanky team that I have on my side. That's always gonna like this team. I feel confident that it will win like basically in every fight, right? Like I didn't even use my immunity and my stuff yet, so yeah. And this should be it. She might get her invincibility up. No, we got the freeze again. A violent proc 2, and there we go. So okay, so except for the one fight with the Beleaguer, I think this was really solid again. We did good. I'm glad that we brought the Oblivion, because the Smycer does have an annoying passive, right? So that was actually quite intelligent. Strip plus defense break is this team nemesis. Yeah, exactly. And there's basically like nothing like that on defense yet, so and even if you put the defense break, I'm just gonna put my immunity up again, right? So, and it can be resisted, exactly. So yeah, I mean it's an annoying team. It's an annoying team. Okay, now for the second tower, I'm tempted to just do this one. There are a lot of speed leads here with the Ciara and the Fran, but I probably shouldn't be too worried here, right? This team will be fast, we'll have to be careful. Yeah, I don't know, this team, it depends how fast his runes are. I definitely need to outspeed him here. And the Riley is also annoying to finish off. It depends. We could try this tower. It's a level 48, but yeah, these defenses don't look so terrible. Here we have a pretty relaxed fight, except for this one, I suppose. The last one here could be annoying. This actually also looks very doable. We have the Veromos with Usha and with Riley. So here I need a lot of fire damage. So this would be a Chandra team. I think this tower is one I could take on here. He also has a very handsome profile picture, so you know. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I'll try to take on this tower. I think it's a level 100, and the defenses look relatively manageable. So this will be a tanky composition, HP lead with the Riley and the Veromos, also focused on cleansing. They have the Usha as an attacker. Ideally, I want to kill the Usha quickly, right? Yeah, I mean, I think my Chandra team should be fine into this. We will be faster. My Legolas should take 2 turns. That should be enough to kill him, I suppose. It depends a bit. Like, I don't know the rune quality of this player, but I think this is probably the safest choice still. If I take my Balega team here, they have a lot of HP, so I think that's a little bit risky. I'd rather take this one. Then we have his Balega. I mean, this team just has a lot of attackers, so this will be a very squishy team, I guess. Yeah, this guy can do some damage, sure. I think this is easy. This team is easy. I will wait a bit and see what teams I will have left. Okay, then we have a Fire Cannon Girl, which is also an attacker. Okay, the Tashar and the Storm. This also looks like a super squishy composition. So I think this one I will take my Balegar. I think that should be fine because there's no way we don't get the kill here with the first execute, right? Like, no way. When you take fatal, offsets the damage and all the follow-up damage. If the fatal damage came down from the enemy's attack, reflect 50% of the damage to the target. Oh, this could be a problem. In addition, damage increases by 20% for each harmful effect. Okay, but I mean, even if my Belegar dies here, I should be fine, right? Like, one execute, and then my dragon and my Adriana finish the fight. I don't see how I lose that, to be honest. Yeah. I don't see how I lose that, essentially. Increase the attack power of ally monsters with fire attribute by 50%. Okay, so this is an attacker. So this guy only uses attackers, apparently. It's very weird. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen some of these monsters before, but I don't think there's anything super scary here, right? This is a full fire team. The Laika is annoying because he can do counter attacks, which will do a lot of damage, right? So for this one, what do I want to take for this one? Maybe this is the Tasha again. Perhaps. Yeah, I mean, taking the Ciara here seems fine. We nuke the Cecilia, right? And that leaves my Panda team and my Momo team. Yeah, the Panda into this one. What do we want to do here? What do we want to do here? Multi-hits versus Laika. Yeah. I don't really have a good team with multi-hits right now, right? Yeah. This is also a full fire team. I mean, we can just freeze this guy, right? Like, yeah. I think I feel good just taking my dragon here. We'll freeze these guys, they won't move. CC then, yeah, exactly. That's my thinking as well. And then my panda just kills those guys. I think that should be fine. And then this team, I will put the Gandalf in the lead here, and we will take the Water Phoenix as well. I think that should be fine, right? Oh, we can leave the Momo here. We can leave the Momo here. This is fine. I don't think the Balega will one shot the Momo. I mean, he doesn't have any buffs here anyway, right? Like, these teams are very odd. Okay, so let's see if this works out. Should be fine. Okay, good. So I think here my Legolas will take 2 turns before the Ursha moves, and we get the protection up as well, so that's good. We got a slow on the Veromos, and hopefully this will kill. It did not kill, and I got triple stunned. Okay, that's not optimal, but what to do, eh? Okay, Let's steal some buffs, Legolas. Nice, nice. He did get his attack off, and that is a lot of damage, but we are fine here. Okay, good. So let's get the speed up. Joker is the danger. Yeah, I agree. The Joker is definitely dangerous. Okay, now let's get the heal going. Nice. And yeah, we were definitely a little bit unlucky here, but I think it's gonna be enough. Now he just has the Veromos and the Riley. We can keep stealing these buffs, right? Let's get some turn meter going. And let's cleanse the Legolas. And I think this should be okay. I'm not gonna use the speed up just yet, because we had 3 buffs anyway. Now I'm gonna use it. Let's keep hitting the Veromos. Nice. And this should be the kill. Beautiful. And now it's just the Riley left. And now we will see if we have enough damage to kill the Riley. Since the Legolas strips, I think it should be okay. Beautiful. Okay. Now we can get a stun and a slow as well. Let's get some attack up here. Yeah, let's just use the basic here. There's the stun. Beautiful. Let's get the speed up. And this should be all she wrote. Okay, so in this fight, like I said at the start, I would have felt a bit better if we killed the Ursha, but I guess it was fine. Okay, here I'm gonna take out the Joker first. Obviously, I think that's the big threat here. I think he's just gonna kill himself with the reflect damage anyway. So yeah, I don't think he will nuke my. Yeah, there you go. I mean, I'm not gonna die through the Gandalf shield here, right? That's definitely not gonna happen. So cool, beautiful. And now we just have this water Onimusha left. There we go. Nice, good. And here we need a good nuke now. In the last fight, Balega did not really nuke how I wanted him to. Hopefully he kills the Phoenix here first, and he did. Nice. Let's reset the cooldowns. Let's activate the dragon here. I'm just gonna get the speed up again, the buffs. Yep, and they should all be dead now. Obviously this kit will reflect the damage, right? You can see did decent damage here. But from this point we will still win, of course. So there we go. Beautiful. Okay, this is the Frodo team. That looks quite easy as well. Let's take out, like I said before, we will take out this monster first. Get the stun. Boom, dead. Let's take out the wind monster next. Yep, nothing to cleanse here, so he got a nice stun, but it's not a problem. And that should be it. Okay, and now the last fight. So this is the one, I think this is probably his strongest team, though his rune quality doesn't seem to be the best, which is good for us. I will activate my immunity here. I will activate the freeze. Hopefully we can stun. Beautiful. And now we just take out the annoying guy first, right? That's the goal here. And he's already dead. Very nice. But this guy definitely did not have a very good rune quality because yeah, I mean you saw the difference in the speed and stuff. So yeah. And we did our 10-0. Beautiful. So let's collect the XP rewards. We got a Devilmon. Nice. And we got a very clean 10-0 again. Beautiful. So yeah, good fights, I would say. there's 1 to 2 takeaways. The Tiana is faster than you think she is, and you have to be careful taking a squishy team into her because she cleanses and pushes back the turn meter, right? I have this monster, like I said, I just didn't play around with it yet, and I don't think it's ruined. Yeah, it's not ruined yet, so. This skill removes all harmful and beneficial effects of all allies and enemies and increase the attack power of all allies by 30%. This effect can't be resisted. This is, honestly, this is a really good skill. Like, I will definitely start using this monster soon because this can't be resisted, right? Like, this is basically, this means if you have fast runes on her, you strip all of the enemy's buffs at the start, you give your team the lead with the turn meter, and then you just kill the enemy, right? And that's really powerful. So I think we can cook something up with her very, very soon. And then the other takeaway, what was the other takeaway? I guess the other takeaway was my Legolas didn't kill this Ursha, whatever it's called. Is that a 4-star monster? I forgot. I think it's a 4-star monster, no? It's do I have it somewhere here? It's this one, right? Yes, the Usha. Usha, that's the name. So this one we didn't kill it quite how I wanted it to kill, but it still ended up working out fine. So maybe I should have put the immunity from my Riley as well. I went for the basic attack damage instead, but I guess we also got a little bit unlucky because he lived with like I don't know, like 10 HP or something, right? So yeah. Okay. Now the PvP is done. Let's talk about some tips that I find helpful for me when I pick fights and things like this, right? I don't know if we can do it now, but I can at least talk about it, I suppose. So okay, so for Siege, obviously. So the first thing that I do when the Siege PvP starts, which is on Monday, or which was on Monday and on Friday this week, is I check all of the towers first, yeah, to see like what kind of armies our enemies have, where they put the strongest defenses, where there's a possibility to break through, and things like this, right? So, I mean, obviously the battlefield has changed. I wouldn't start looking at this tower because this tower would be under our control. But for example, here, I would not attack first currently for a variety of reasons. First of all, this guy has some speed leads in this town, which means you have to match this with the speed lead at our level, and then it just depends on the rune quality. And for me, this is a little bit too much RNG, right? So I know that my teammates also don't have the best runes yet, so I would not attack this town first. He also has some light and dark monsters, it looks like, right? So these are like the type of things I look for before I start attacking. Now, I'm not saying that I can't beat this team, yeah? It's possible to beat this team for sure. But it's like, I see a water totemist here, right? It's not awakened, but let's ignore that for a second. I see a Camilla here. Like, this is not necessarily an easy tower to attack, right? He has a Valantis, he has a Leo. So this is not something where I would attack first, essentially. That's my point. And I think it's useful if every player does this because it will help you to kind of figure out, like, it will make you think about the big picture, right? Because maybe I can take 2 to 3 armies out here, but then my teammates maybe can't take out the other 2, right? So that's how I'm thinking about it right now. Now, if we compare it to this tower, for example, this tower looks a lot easier to me because, first of all, there aren't that many light and darkness monsters, right? He's running a lot of default stuff, with the exception being the Velasca here, which is a very annoying monster. But in general, like most of these monsters, like my teammates have seen them around, right? In the arena, in the PvP, in World Guild battles, whatever. Savannah is very common, Riley is very common, right? Chivo we know. Seara we know, Henrik we know, Zima we know. It's a lot of like monsters that a lot of people use, right? Except for maybe one or two, but you get my point, right? So I would assume that most of my teammates know how to fight here, and that this would be a tower which we can take quite easily, right? Essentially. Now he also has 2 speed leads here, but I mean, against some of these teams, for example, against the Seara, if you take will runes, as far as I know, he doesn't have a cleanse here, right? No. So in this team, if you take a will rune, he does have a cleanse. Okay. Attacks all enemies to remove all beneficial effects and grant silence for 2 turns to the enemy target and 1 turn to other enemies. Okay, so this is a very powerful attack. I would, of course, check this before I fight this team, which means in this case you do need to be faster. I was just saying in general, like if you fight against something like a Seara and they don't know how to build, if you put will runes at the start, you're not really in danger, even if the enemy is faster, right? So in this case, he has a cleanse, which is smart on his part. Now here you would need some Oblivion, right? The Druid's secret plan needs to be disabled, otherwise it's very annoying to fight. The Lamiella has a passive as well, right? Very annoying. So here I would take some Oblivion. Adriana comes to mind, into the Wind Monster obviously. The Thessarion comes to mind, it's a very easily accessible monster. I actually feel pretty good that my teammates can kill this team. He also just has an attack lead here, right? So I would say this team is very beatable as well. Or tank the bomb. Yeah, you can tank the bomb as well, right? Put some really tanky runes or whatever. Yeah. And then we have, what else is left? Yeah, I mean, this team, you just need a lot of fire damage. He plays 2 wind monsters, right? Yeah, that's... So my thinking would be this tower at our level, most players in the warband should know how to fight against this. There's a Chow. There is a Abellio here, so 2 water monsters, a very squishy fire Legolas. I think this is one of the teams that my teammate failed on, yeah. So both Atzel and Hendron failed on this. This is probably the toughest defense in this tower, just because he has the plus 50% water defense, and the Chow is very powerful as his enemies die, right? The damage increases according to the number of dead allies. So here, I think your best chance is also Oblivion, to be honest, because the Druid's Wit is also very annoying, removes all harmful effects granted on yourself, and increases your attack bar by 100% if an ally's HP falls to 40% or below, right? So these are just the kind of things you have to know about it. Was the Legolas on my case? Chow here is doing nothing. Okay, for Atzel it was Chow. He said the Chow got like 4 violent procs and he lost, so... is what it is. But here, I mean, I think this would be the toughest team out of this tower, and I think the other ones we have here, we could beat them if we start the siege fresh, right? So this is a tower I would attack personally. And I mean, there are easier towers, obviously, like this looks very easy, right? I'm just like talking at a bit of a more advanced level, and not just bronze star defenses, essentially. So, yeah, so this is what I look for first. And essentially what my friend also told me is you should isolate 3 towers and focus on taking those 3 towers and then defending them as time goes on, right? I think currently we sometimes play a little bit too aggressive. Like I'm also guilty of this. Like I just log in and I attack like in a straight line if I see there's a path through, right? Probably at the higher level this is not that intelligent to do. We should probably, like if we start here, let's say, right, we should probably like isolate these 3 towers here and save some of the attacks in case they push us back, right? So yeah, what I also try to do, of course, is if I select a tower, I try to take out as many armies as possible from that tower. I don't jump around looking for weak defenses on each tower, right? I'm past that stage currently. So I try to like identify a tower where I can beat most of the teams, and then I try to take this tower, and then it opens up more towers for my teammates, right? Like that's my thinking. And even if there's like a tougher team, I took out a couple of silver stars the last time, I believe. We look at my record here. it doesn't show you the stars of these people, does it? No. But for example, I mean, there were a couple of teams that were not like here. This is a good example, right? Like, um, this is one of the teams I showed before. Like, I think this is very beatable for most people. You can even just use the support Federica they give you, right? And I think basically my Federica soloed this team. He has the speed lead over me, but it's not a problem because I have my bastard, right? Like this like you can just use the support monsters to take out the team like this, right? Like these are 3 support monsters that I don't have, and this is like a good example. Like it's not a bad defense, but it's quite easy to do at our level, I feel like, you know. Some of these other fights, obviously, they didn't have the best monsters. But like I said, I tried to identify towers where I think I can win. Here's another good example. I just took 3 additional support monsters, right? Into Josephine, Riley, and Kaki. I recognize here this is a very defensive defense team with lots of HP. We have accuracy lead. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Camilla, and Camilla can solo this team essentially. Like I would never be scared of the Camilla dying here. She has the destroy HP runes, which means she's just gonna, even if it takes 10 minutes, I'm basically assured to get this win freely, right? He has 2 tanky monsters and a fire attacker, and nothing's gonna happen here, right? So this is like my thinking, you know. And I know like later on you will also have to consider some other things, like what runes could they possibly have on the monsters, but yeah, like I said, I familiarize myself with some of the important monsters, and then I try to counterpick accordingly, essentially. This team was pretty weak. For the 4-star teams, maybe a slight comment. I like to be fast for the 4-star teams. I'm either lacking the rune quality or the monster or the skill ups to have a 4-star team that is resistant, right? So I just like to be fast, I like to outspeed my opponents, I like to freeze them, and then just do damage, and this is what I do for my 4-star attacks here, right? He has a attack power lead here, so this was obviously very easy. My Tyron went first, I froze everyone, Robo killed everyone, Asta killed the Joker at the start, easy clap, right? And the same for my other 4-star team. For the 4-star teams, I do play a little bit more carefully. I try to take out some of the weaker players because, like I said, I am missing like the rune quality to go like into equal speed fights and hope to win, right? Like this team, for example, it's a really good team, and you have decent safety with the Vigor and the Triana, but I remember on Monday, for example, I was outsped when I went into a plus 24% speed lead as well, or maybe it was just a plus 19% speed lead Tyrone, and it ended up being a very close fight, simply because if the enemy is faster with 4-star monsters, which don't have the best stats, right, you rely on them not getting too many violent procs, and on you, on your Karkaros getting some violent procs, and then it becomes a bit iffy. So I try to avoid these fights now. I just try to look for non-speed leads, or obviously if I see like a speed lead but the player looks quite weak, then I would also take him on, right? But yeah, with the 5-star monsters, I'm not really too worried about this anymore. And yeah, you can see here the same concept, right? I take a speed lead. I think this fight was relatively close, but the bird that I borrowed from the support monsters did a little bit less damage than I wanted it to, but it ended up working out okay. So 4-star monsters, I do like the speed lead, and he has a HP lead here, and yeah. Okay, this team, I think there's nothing special to say about this. And this team, yeah, I mean, this team is also nothing crazy special. So most of these teams, like I said, I think all of these teams were in one tower. So I look at like the most difficult team in the tower, which in this case was this one, I suppose, and then I just match my monsters to kill this one, and the other fights here were quite easy. I have, as you notice, I like the speed leads. Yeah, it's good. They don't really, like at our level, there are not really that many super tanky compositions. And I do have defense break in most of my setups as well. So if you have a speed lead with defense break, I feel like most of the time you're okay, right? So yeah. Okay, so this was like more of a macro general picture. Now, a lot of people struggle with the runes. So at our current level, it's perfectly fine if you use a bunch of runes on different monsters, right? Like if I take a look here, all of my monsters are runed here with different runes and with different artifacts, right? Now, as we get into the higher ranks, this will no longer be the way to do things, right? Because you will only have like one set of runes that are your fastest runes, yeah? And I want my Adriana to be the fastest, I want my Tyrone to be the fastest, I want my Juno to be the fastest, I want my Chandra to be the fastest, right? So later on, you will have to switch runes between these monsters. In the siege battle, the switching is obviously free, and you should be doing this. Now, even at our level, this is probably preferred, right? Because you grind your runes and you enhance them, and you only do this for your best runes, obviously. You will reappraisals, reap some stats, right? So obviously what I'm doing here, ruining all of my monsters, is not the most efficient way to go, but for now it's okay. And of course, if you put these teams on defense, you need them to have different runes as well, right? I mean, no doubt about it. But I'm just saying, for the attack, you will start to be more into switching runes around rather than just using presets, and that's perfectly fine. Now, the way to do this is actually quite simple. I will show you how to do this now very slowly. So first of all, if you have runes set up, you go on any monster, you go to rune, you go to manage, you click the second button here, and you click on save runes of all monsters, okay? This will cost you 200,000 mana. I'm not going to do this now because I already did it this morning, I believe. And this will save the runes you have set in siege on your monsters right now, okay? So this is what you have to do. And why do you have to do this? Because when you swap the runes around, you don't want to go back and re-swap them to the monsters again that they were on originally, right? You will just, at the end of the siege battle, after you have swapped around the runes, you will click on load runes of all monsters, and this will automatically put all of the runes back in the correct places, okay? This is something very important. This is what Atzel asked me about. This is the correct way to do it. Now, Hendren and Sylar can correct me if I'm wrong about this, but I've watched some videos and I think this is the best way to do this. Now, in order to switch the runes, you have to enter the actual fight, right? So you will click on one of these towers, you will click on an enemy, you will click on attack, and after you select your monsters, there is a small button next to the profile picture where you can load the runes and the artifacts, I believe, of one of your other monsters, right? So this is the only way to do it that I have found. You cannot do it in this monster screen. Yeah, if I go to my Chandra here, maybe it's possible here as well. I think Sylar was showing me something. Okay, you can do it here as well, actually. So the way to do it in the monster screen is you click on rune, you click on manage, and then you click on, so I have the Chandra runes loaded here. I can click on another monster that I want here. Let's say I want to put the Chandra runes on my, I don't know, on my, who do I want to put Chandra runes on? Chandra is maybe not the best example, but let's say I want to put it on my Wind Gandalf. You have all of the runes you have on Chandra here, and you can just click on wait, this is, I don't think if you remove them temporarily, yeah, no, this is not what I wanted to do. Wait, give me a second. Give me a second. Is there an apply button here? There is no apply button here. There was some way. How do you do this again? There was some way to do this. Okay, but this is a good chance to show you if you load the runes, it works. So obviously here I would load my runes again, right? And then my Chandra will have the runes again that he had before, I hope. Yeah, he does. Good. You're doing okay, just press apply. Yeah, but then the rune is not on the monster, is it? Like I'm saying, for example, let's take a bit of a better example. Let's say I want to put my fire Legolas runes on my Asta. Yeah, they're both fire attackers, and I both want them to have the best runes, right? So I would go to Asta, rune, and manage, right? There's incomplete. Oh my god, this is annoying me now with this Chandra again. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the Chandra. There we go. Okay, done. So let's say I want to change the runes on my Asta to the runes on my Legolas. Yeah, I would go to manage, right? And then what should I do? I would click on the profile picture. I would click on my Legolas. And then I want these runes. Ah, you have to click on apply and it does it. I understand. Got it. Okay. Okay, so let me show it again because Atzel, I'm sure, will not have understood it. Okay, so I want to change my runes from my fire Legolas to my fire Asta. Okay, I click on Asta, I go on rune, I go on manage. This will not pop up. It was just because I did something else. I will click on the profile picture here. I will click on my Legolas. I will click on apply. And the runes from my Legolas are now on my Asta. And for the artifacts, I believe you can do the same, right? Yeah, we're still on the Legolas. There are no artifacts that have been modified, but for example, let's say I want this artifact, right? There we go. And apply, and it's done. That's how you switch runes and artifacts properly in this game. So in this case, okay, so we put the Asta runes on the Legolas, right? So to put the Legolas runes on the Asta, you would do it exactly like this, right? You click apply. Okay, I get it now as well. That was one of the things that I wasn't totally sure about. What's up, society? I hope you're doing well. Okay, and for the artifacts, obviously it would be the same, right? If I want, I will just reload the runes, and we will do it again to make sure that I didn't mess up. There we go. So my Asta has runes, my Legolas has runes. I can just load the artifacts this way as well. Those didn't change anyway. And this costs 200,000 mana. Okay, that's also good to know. But yeah. So to do this, it costs a little bit of mana, I suppose, to reload the stuff, but it's definitely worth it, right? So yeah, and I notice my Frodo doesn't have artifacts now because I didn't save some of these artifacts when we added a couple of new teams, right? Which is not a problem. I have my screens saved in Discord, so I will do this quickly now. I will resave my artifacts, and then we will do it one more time to make sure that we finally know how to do it. Okay, so the Frodo, okay, the Ciara needs some artifacts as well because that's a new team. So on the Ciara we had bomb damage, obviously. Let's see, we had the wind artifact, yep. Defense plus 100. Added, and we have bomb damage here. Boom. So it must have been this one, bomb damage plus 9%. Yep, there we go. For the type artifact, we had the attack artifact, HP plus 1500. And I assume this was also bomb damage. Yes, we click apply. And this doesn't cost anything because it's siege. Then we have the Frodo next. Yeah, doing well. How about yourself? I'm doing very well. I had a very nice Easter. We are winning a lot in the game, so everything is good. Okay, here we have the water artifact, death plus 100 and damage dealt on fire. Sure. Alright, let's just put all here. Death plus 100. We have the water artifact, obviously. So it's this one. And for the type, we had the HP plus 1500. And the recovery, this one. There we go. For the Juno, we had... What did we have for the Juno? To be honest, I need to rework the artifacts soon anyway, because I got a lot of new ones, which will definitely be better than the ones we currently use, but yeah. I will send some deck requests later. We have added damage by 8% of attack. So this should be somewhere here. Here it is. And then for the type artifact, we have support. So don't forget to save your stuff before you start messing around with this, right? That's the key point. On turn target, CD plus 11%. This is this one. Beautiful. And now we had one more new team, which was the 4-star team that we made here with the Triana. So the water werewolf is fast. We have water artifact, HP plus 1500. Speed up effect plus 19%. This was the correct one here. And then type, we had HP artifact, def plus 100. This was a blue one actually. Crit damage plus 6%. So it's this one, because of the recovery boost on the S2. Beautiful. Okay, and then we have, let's do the Triana next. Where's the Triana? Triana, here she is. Oh, Triana, I didn't save the artifact, so we will do her new, that's fine. And for the Karkaros, we had the fire artifact, attack plus 100, obviously. Yep. Fire, attack plus 100, damage dealt on water plus 13%. Damage dealt on light plus 5%. Yep. And type artifact, we had HP plus 1500 and accuracy plus 4%. Wait. S2. He got the one from the robo. Yes. That is correct. Okay. Okay, and then the robo needed a new artifact here. Did I make a note about this in Discord? No, but I guess we can figure out what he needs. So let's see, what do we have here? Added damage by 0.2% of HP, added damage by 74% of speed. I think this is already good with the accuracy as well. S1 crit damage, that's fine. We can just take a look quickly. What did the Karkaros have now here? Accuracy, fast attack, crit damage. Okay. Triana, look for fire damage and heal 2. What should I look for the robo? The fast attack crit damage, is that good? On the type artifact. And obviously I think it should be, is this attack? HP plus no, it's not attack, okay. Robo S2 accuracy. Okay. S2 accuracy. Let's see if we have one. Yeah, perfect. So I took the correct one. Good. See, I'm getting better at the game, Hendron. I am getting better at the game. Okay, good. Sweet. Okay, and for the Triana, fire damage, minus fire damage and heal S2. Yeah, that's right. I have one of these, I'm pretty sure. Fire damage minus and heal S2. Let's just take all here. So this would be recovery on the S2. Life drain, recovery plus 10%. This looks already pretty good to me. Yeah, so this will be the highest recovery we have here. Nice. And then for the attribute artifact, we look for the damage taken from fire. So this would be this one. Damage taken from fire, minus 12%. That looks pretty good, right? That looks pretty good. And crit damage taken minus is nice as well. Yeah. Yeah. Sweet. Okay. Good. So, like I said, I will have to rework these artifacts anyway, so it's whatever. And now we will try to do it cleanly one more time again to switch the runes and the artifact. But before I do that, I will save everything. So let us save the artifacts of all monsters. Beautiful. Okay, now back to our situation. I want to put the runes and the artifacts from Legolas on my Asta. Okay? So let us do that. I go to rune here, right? Oh wait, I think I have to do it this way. I click on the Legolas first, then I select the Aster here. I click apply. I go to my artifacts. For the artifacts, I guess you will have to enter this screen again, like this, right? Legolas, Aster, apply, and tada, it is done now. We have the Legolas runes on my Aster and the artifacts as well. And like I said, then you go back to reloading the correct runes. Load runes of all monsters. And this has a cooldown time as well, sure. It's a couple of seconds, so we shall wait. And this is how you do it properly at Atzel and at Isaac, and this ensures that you always have your most powerful runes on the monsters that you are using for PvP, right? Good. That should be clear now. See you around, Hendron. Thanks for trying the stream, I appreciate you. And yeah, I think we did some useful stuff today. Good, let's load the runes, beautiful. So my Asta and my Legolas have the correct runes again. And we can also now load the artifacts. I don't even have to click on the apply, and the artifacts are correct now as well again. Okay. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, so those were some tips, some tricks. One more thing that I want to say, always read the passive of monsters that you do not know. Yeah, that's very important. If you don't read the passives, that can bite you in the ass. I always read the passives before I attack to make sure that I'm not missing everything, right? Because, for example, something like this will definitely fuck you up if you don't consider it. Yeah, he will get a turn. This dude is also mostly on violence, so he might get 2 turns after you try to kill the attacker if you don't one-shot the attacker, right? And then you are in trouble because then he cleanses, he heals, and it's all going downhill from there. Against the passives, I like to use Oblivion, like I said. You can use CC, like freezing, stuns, blah blah blah, right? You can one-shot the attacker, multiple options to deal with this, but you need to consider it before you enter the fight. And in order to inflict this Oblivion, like I said, Adriana is very good. The second skill of her inflicts Oblivion. And some other very free-to-play friendly monster that basically everyone has is the Thessarion. You use the triple crush, and because of his passive, you have 3 chances to inflict the Oblivion, and then you just auto-attack and it increases the Oblivion back to 3 turns again because of the passive, right? So those are some options to deal with annoying passive monsters, and there are more, like I said, but this is what I have been using so far. And once again, for the faster monsters, use speed leads. The pirate is excellent. You can use multiple pirates, right? I can use the support pirate to attack. I can use my own pirate to attack. The same for Tyron, good speed lead. The same for Carcano, sorry, good speed lead. All of these are very good in the 4-star bases. Good. With that being said, I hope this stream was helpful. I hope you picked something up. Shout outs to my boys, Isaac, Atzel, and to my women as well, I guess, Rune, Syla, Hendron, and all of my teammates. Of course, we're still a beginners team, but we haven't lost a siege fight in 3+ weeks, which is really cool. Yeah, we are all new to this game. I am essentially completely free to play on this account still. And yeah, it's super fun. Like, you get matched with similar teams. The fights are very close. Like I said, the matchmaking is very good. And I hope we can continue our streak next week as well. It will get harder and harder, but hopefully we can continue to do well on the siege fights, right? We can also look at some of the replays here. But to be honest, I think we talked about enough tips today, right? I'll save this for some other day when we don't have that much stuff to discuss. We can finish up with some quick arena fights here. And yeah, I'm very excited for Monday. So Monday will be the big day. 12th anniversary, we will open a bunch of scrolls. I will either stream it or we will record it, and we will hope for plenty of Nat 5 monsters, like I already teased a few times. Okay, Arena, I don't really think that much about it, to be honest, because most of it runs smoothly. I just, take out the problematic, or I try to take out the problematic attackers first. If it doesn't work, it's fine. I'm not spending too much time on Arena right now. It's just, if I have some free time, I will think about it. But in general, yeah, I'm just attacking and looking for easy fights, and yeah, to get the rewards. That's it. Good. Okay, so here I will kill the bulwark next, I believe. We will most likely lose our Thessarion here, but that's okay. We did not actually. Okay. I'm inflicting the Oblivion here, obviously, because the bulwark has an annoying passive as well, right? Actually, I don't know if this Oblivion works against his passive, but whatever. The other two, I don't care about them anyway. And this will take some time here, yes, but we cycled our abilities. And hopefully my water dog can, my dark dog can at some point get the kill here. And here we get the kill. And then it will just be annoying to wiggle down the Riley, right? But there will always be, it's 2 days before the arena ends, so it will always take a while. There will be a Camilla or a Riley or an Alia or something, right? So you just gotta cycle through your abilities. Riley has become a lot easier to kill for me because the Dark Dog inflicts very good damage, right? So you can see here, like, it will take a couple of rounds, but If she doesn't get a violent proc, she's probably dead on this rotation, or on the next one. We get our attack boost here as well. Beautiful, and this almost killed, and that's it. Yeah, it's 2 days before the arena ends, as you see here. Usually like the defenses that the people put are a lot weaker. But yeah. Obviously now people want to maintain their ranks. And what I also regularly check is the revenge area, right? If there's a weak team here, like this one, I always take it. Because the arena rewards, you just need to make sure that you win to get them, right? The mystical scrolls, the Devilmon, the light and dark summoning pieces, and all of that stuff. I think these guys are already checked, so now I will just refresh the list and hope that there are some guys I can kill here. This looks beatable. A very tanky composition though, so I hope we can kill someone here. The Veromos would be a good kill. Might be tough. Stun maybe? Okay, we got a stun, nice. Now we need the Oblivion. The Gapso can also cleanse here, so this is actually a very annoying comp. And he did get the invincibility. You can see here I didn't kill the Veromos, so I will run into a lot of trouble now, right? So obviously that is not good, but maybe we can still fix it somehow. Did not get the Oblivion proc here, okay. Maybe we can kill on this rotation now. Nope. Almost, but it was not enough. Can we kill now? Oh my god. Now we can kill. Okay, good. I think now we should be fine to kill with this turn meter boost. No, the Riley gets a turn, yeah. It takes a while. These tanky teams obviously take a while, especially if your roster choices are still a bit limited, right? But that's okay. I think I'll just take out the G next, and then we'll take care of the fat black guy. I can Oblivion him here. It did not connect. That is unfortunate. She did get her invincibility up, so no point to hit her now. Maybe we can cleanse it. We could not. And you can see the black guy, he cleanses the debuffs, right? The Gapso. It's a very powerful monster. I love to use it for the siege. So yeah, I'll just stay on the Gapso for now until the invincibility runs out. Nothing else I can do here. We're obviously not attacking the Riley right now. None of the Oblivions have connected yet, so that's also quite unfortunate, I would say. Yeah, I mean, let's try to Oblivion him again. Okay, we got the defense break. I think we can kill him now. If the Jean uses her taunt skill, we are immune. Yep, beautiful. She got a lot of violent procs there, but that's okay. He is dead now. Now we can take care of the Jean, and this is how you grind down these tanky teams, right? It'll take a while, but I've been very happy with this arena team, and I'm definitely punching players who have accounts that are much older than mine right now. So, yeah. The invincibility is always very annoying. I will keep attacking the Jean here because I don't want the Riley to get her totem again. My Chandra cleansed it, nice. And I think we can kill her now. Hopefully. Damage. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Defense break, nice. Violent proc, nice. And this should be it. Beautiful, and now it's only the Riley left. Obviously this will take some time again, but my dog will kill her eventually. She got a violent proc, beautiful, because now she doesn't have the immunity, right? We can maybe inflict some debuffs. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. And there we go. Beautiful. Yeah, this team is very annoying because this monster is super fast and this is a big problem. Removing all beneficial effects and decreasing the attack bar, right? This is like the what is she called again? The Tiana or the Triana? What's her name? The wind 5-star monster. It's the Tiana. This is tricky because this monster is called Triana and this monster is called Tiana. So there you go. Okay, so I'm not gonna take on this team, obviously. This looks fine, just again annoying tanky composition, but I think we can take this one out. And then we're almost through all of our arena stuff anyway. I will try to kill this guy first. He will get the shield obviously, but there's nothing I can do about that. We need Oblivion on him quickly. This should connect. Yes. And he healed him up as well. Let's just keep grinding. Ah, she got the violent proc. That's very unfortunate. But we did get the Oblivion, and as you can see, if you get the Oblivion, he suddenly becomes super squishy, right? Because he doesn't have the added protection from his passive. Next we take out, it's either the Bastard or the blue guy. I guess we take out the blue guy. Or we try to at least. My Adriana first skill also has a heal, which is nice. It allows you to stay in some of these fights. Unfortunately, we got the healing immunity here, but that's okay. Try. Nice, we got a stun here, that's good. This guy doesn't have a passive, I don't think, so the Oblivion shouldn't do anything. Yeah. We got the stun again. Nice, let's heal up our dog a little bit. This will just take some time now because he has 2 healers with this fat guy, right? So if we can get a defense break on our Thessarion, that would be very nice. But you don't always get it. You have to get a little bit lucky. Or a stun, actually. A stun would also be good. Okay. I think he should be dead here. Yes, good. Okay, and next is the Bastard. No defense break, so it will take a while to wiggle her down. Oh, that was good damage. Got a violent proc as well. And this should be her end. Now we only have the Riley left. And you can see a pattern in these fights, right? It's a very good pattern. Yeah, I mean, as long as you understand like who does the damage on the enemy team and who you have to take out quickly, and as long as your debuffs connect, you have a very good chance of beating most defenses quite easily, I would say. Even if your rune quality is not the best, right? And the dog will do a lot of damage here. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, and that's it. And yeah, this is a good way to end the stream. We already bought all the stuff I wanted, so I will save for next week. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. I wish you all a nice weekend, and we will see each other on Monday for the big events and a massive 400 plus scroll opening, right? So see you then, and goodbye.
Closer.